What's going on, guys? I'm so happy to announce that I finally got my hands on a Magic the Gathering 9th edition Ogre Taskmaster. This thing is so cool. Also, I just wanted to announce that I got my hands on a
completely unopened
core box set from some edition, as well as the Eric M. Lang Bloodborne the card game board game. And the best news about all of this is that you can co-own them with me. If you go to smoothmarketplace.io, it's 10 cents a share and they will still be in my possession the entire time. You won't be able to look at them, you won't be able to see them, but you'll be a co-owner. I'm just so excited to bring this opportunity to you and blow up a marketplace that I co-founded, and I have a financial incentive in blowing up, and all of the proceeds of course go back to me, and so it's basically like I got these items for free. So go to the link in the description, co-buy these things. I know you're all super naive and kind of dumb, so go ahead and do that for me. Thanks. Hey guys, it's Smoo. And welcome to a new episode of Killing the Momentum of a beautifully edited and animated video with a scummy sales pitch. Today I am referring to the legendary artist, musician, and Renaissance man, Logan Paul. This genius heartthrob has essentially turned his reputation around since he had that
severe and continuous lapse in my judgment
a few years ago. He basically hired a team of PR wizards that were somehow able to wipe the memories of a certain Japanese forest escapade from the minds of the entire Low gang. Of course, it's not really that surprising when you think about it. His entire audience was probably like 6 when that happened, so they probably would have forgot with or without the wizards. Logan recently uploaded a video detailing his journey to purchase the one and only PSA 10 Pikachu. The reason he wanted this card is because it's the most expensive one. If the most expensive Pokemon card was a PSA 10 Slowpoke, then that's what he would have gotten. Anyway, let's take a look.
See, when I first started in Pokemon, like most curious collectors, I looked up the most expensive Pokemon card. And this was it, the Pikachu Illustrator. You might have seen the card I was wearing around my neck.
Okay, what the fuck is this guy doing? I'm sure there's actually music playing, because whenever you're watching WWE, there's usually music playing when they come out. But I like to imagine that it's just completely silent. Completely silent except for the crowd chanting. And this guy's just over here, just fucking jamming to nothing. Popping and locking, busting a move to absolutely nothing. This video, it's nothing short of amazing, actually. It's obvious that Logan shelled out for some more wizards, but this time for an animation, and it paid off. It was absolutely worth it. Best decision he's ever made. This video really makes you feel like you're buying the PSA 10 Illustrator Pikachu, which is amazing because my last experience with a Logan Paul video was this.
We got a pillow and this plant. Yay.
The editor, Hillier Smith, and the animator, Howard Wimshurst, both did their own videos about this project, and I recommend you give them a watch. I've never personally been a fan of either of the Paul brothers. I've always felt like they were a little bit too loud.
Oh! It still looks empty!
They were a little bit too rambunctious. And a little bit too much of big fucking douchebags, really. Basically, this is all I thought about them. I was gonna do a Logan Paul impression here, and by the time I get around to making these videos, I'm just too tired to do that shit. So maybe someday I'll yell at the camera, but for now, we're just gonna keep it to this. Whenever they weren't appealing to little kids, they were just being the people that I did not like in high school. I was going into this video hoping to gain at least a little bit of respect for Logan Paul by the end of it. You see, I believe that most people can learn from their mistakes and grow, have a positive effect on others, even after a
severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
Basically, I'm a big fucking idiot. Boo! Get out of here, you fucking idiot. Goddamn piece of shit. I can't believe you. Moron!
Hey Mom, look, it's an idiot.
Don't look at it, honey.
But Smoo, you've spent the first part of this video complimenting that video. Doesn't that mean you like it?
No. 8 minutes and 8 seconds into the video, Logan effectively undercuts the entire tone by pitching this card as an NFT that you can co-own.
This is the coolest thing ever, but it's even cooler that you, yes, you at home, can own this card with me.
This was a very hard decision to make, but yes, I will be listing this card on a platform that I co-founded called Liquid Marketplace. It allows co-ownership of top-tier assets. So instead of one person, me owning this card, we as a collective can co-own it together. And I should say this, I'll be retaining 49% ownership of the card. So I won't actually have access to it. It'll be in our vault. But if I want to wear it out to fights or a Pokemon box break, or maybe even put it in a museum one day, the community can decide if we want to do that.
I've watched this thing 6 times, and every single time I just get sick to my stomach, man. Just coming from this extreme high of this extremely well done video to the low of, oh no, not again. You know what I mean? You probably know what I mean if you clicked on this video. Hey man, I'm extremely successful and I've done things that you can only dream of, and look at this video of me having a great time and pursuing a dream that I've had for a while and executing that dream flawlessly. And here's the good news. You can get on that dream too. If you buy my product and you buy in and you give me your money and you give me everything you got for this dream that you've got in the back of your head, you can trust me. You can trust me. Give me your money. Give it to me. He wants to sell you a piece of his card in the form of a crypto token on a platform that he co-founded, Liquid Marketplace. Basically, the whole journey here turns into a cash grab and his fans become piggy banks.
Again.
Logan Paul bought this card for $5.3 million, but he didn't want to pay that much. Who would? Would you? I wouldn't, even if I could afford it. Which I can't. I'll never have $5.3 million in my life. So he did what any reasonable person would do. Purchase the card for $5.3 million. All right, get down. Purchase the card for $5.3 million, wear it like a medallion with your WWE costume, receive the dumbest world record in existence, then list the card on a service that you co-founded where your fans can digitally purchase fractions of the card and you gain money just from the fees on those transactions. Can they wear the card necklace sometimes? No. Can they put the card on their wall one day? No. Can they touch the card? No. Can they see the card in person? Absolutely not. You can own up to 51% of a card that you never see by buying crypto tokens that immediately drop in value with even just a passing glance with no background information into Logan Paul's antics, and assuming nobody rugs and it's all executed ethically, there's no reason to invest in this scheme. Actually, there's negative reasons. But when you consider Logan Paul's previous dealings with cryptocurrency, when you consider Dink Doink, when you look at Crypto Zoo, the Elon pump and dub, fuck Elon, Emacs, you see what he'll allegedly do for just a few grand. Now let's consider what's hypothetically possible. Logan could list his card on Liquid Market, retaining 49% of the shares. Sound familiar? And sell the other 51%. Now he's not likely to sell all 51%, but it's possible, so we're going with possible. Liquid Marketplace takes money for fees on each transaction. Let's say you buy 40 grand worth of these tokens, which immediately drops to the median price. I actually made an account just for this video. So today, for the sake of this video, the median price is $0.029, so it's 2.9 cents. So you spent $40,000, you got 400,000 of these tokens. So your $40,000 immediately became $11,600. Ouch. So seeing this massive drop and hoping to salvage whatever money you've got left, you go ahead and sell your shares on the marketplace. Because honestly, this doesn't look very promising. And for each of these transactions, you buying these 400,000 tokens and you selling these 400,000 tokens, Liquid Market and Logan Paul by proxy gets a percentage of that. They get a 8% offering curation fee and they get a 2.5% marketplace transaction fee. So 40 grand plus 11,600 times, my math may not be right, but we're gonna roll with it, 10.5%. So just from these two transactions, they've earned $5,400 just on the fees. I don't know how much of that is profit and how much of that goes to actual upkeep and stuff. Some of it's going to be profit. Otherwise, there'd be more monetization built in. So once the hype wears off and people stop trading these back and forth as quickly and Liquid Marketplace stops making quite as much money on this particular card, Logan could hypothetically slowly buy up 31% of the remaining shares. And once he owns 80%, he can trigger a buyout vote and buy out the rest of the shares according to the terms and conditions. Because once he earns 80%, the only vote he needs to be able to buy out the rest is his own. In the event that 80% or more of the tokens associated with the collectible vote in favor of the buyout offer, the remaining tokens will automatically be tendered as part of the buyout. Once you own 100% of the tokens associated with the collectible, you may request the repossession of such collectible from the third-party custodian, subject to the payment associated to the fees and costs. If you want to get your hands on one of these collectibles for any amount of time, you have to buy it out completely, which makes sense, except for the fact that I felt like the whole idea of collectibles is it's something that you like, that you have, and you can look at and admire and just say, hey, look what I've got. I've got the Bloodborne card game. I've got a clearly unopened first edition set of Magic cards. You know, for me, digital collectibles that you co-own with Logan Paul, it's just kind of silly. And all of this is assuming that the legality of these tokens that supposedly represent a portion of a physical collectible item is as cut in stone as the people advertising this stuff make it out to be. It's possible that it's not. I have no idea. So what it seems to me is that Logan Paul wanted to make a world record purchase. He wanted to get a prop for his costume on WWE. He wanted to make a viral video. He wanted to have a really cool Pokemon card, which is objectively really cool. He wanted to do the whole thing by subsidizing the cost through his fans who are too naive to know better. Oops, looks like that footage is messed up. Editing Smoo here to wrap it up. Thanks so much for watching the video. Basically, the synopsis is Logan Paul's up to his shit again. If you liked the video, give it a like. Give it a like over here. Consider subscribing. I'm at 80 subscribers right now. At 100, I can get a custom URL to make the channel easier to find, which is nice. Anyway, I appreciate you watching my video. This video right here, it's pretty good. You should click on it. Thanks a lot. Later.